Yeah. Today's our topic is Angular modules. So, am I audible?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, today's topic is Angular modules, and by name we can easily understand that what would be the module in Angular, but we will discuss in details. So, today basically what we are going to learn, or what we will what is in these slides. So first is we will learn about what is ng modules in Angular, and we will try to understand that how we can um, uh, combine or group the different component in the sense elements in ng modules, and then we try to understand that why we need in Angular, or in any other languages, the module, what modules play the role. Then we will try to understand that what are the advantage of using Angular modules in our application, and then we will go for the example. So example is will not be a part of today's presentation. We will discuss tomorrow, because that will be a means take a time to understand. So we will keep it in a second part of the presentation. So let's begin with uh, what are the ng modules. Okay, so uh, what is a module, Angular module? So in Angular, um, we can easily identify it, or we can easily make the ng module using a ng module annotation. It is a decorator. So if we want to make any class or anything that we want to make it module, so simply how we will identify it, we can easily identify it by the ng module decorator. So wherever you find that there is a at the rate ng module, so we can understand that this class is a module class. Okay, so as I said that it is a class, so uh, simply it is a class like other class, but it is decorated with the at the rate ng module. Okay, so we can by definition we can understand that Angular module is a class which is decorated with the ng module decorator. Okay, and whatever the other things that you are reviewing, uh, uh, don't panic about it, because we are on initial stage. So we will discuss one by one in a future presentations or future discussions. So one of us will describe um, step by step. So don't worried about it. Okay. So okay. Second thing is where what the class naming convention of this and module classes. So simply you can see that in a if in a last presentation where Ajay shows that we have some model classes. There was a one model class. So every application, we can say that every application can have at least one model class. So without a model in Angular, there is not, we cannot start with that. So there is a one default model class. That name is app module, and the file name will be like app.module.ts. Okay, anyone?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, it's correct.
Okay, so we let's explain or let's go in a details for the ng module. So there is another definition that we can say what means if we talk about that, this is simply definition that is decorated with the ng module, that is a module. So it is not quite easy to understand that what is a module and what it contains. So in a second definition, that we can understand that Angular modules is a mechanism. What is the mechanism? It's to grouping the some elements, as I said in the beginning, that to grouping some elements into the one, uh, uh, with the related some functionalities or the features. So it is a mechanism to group um, components, directives, pipes, and services that are related to the a feature area. Feature area means, it's we can say it is a feature. So every application have multiple features, and under that multi feature we can separate it out by its feature. So application can be divided on the basis of the specific feature, and every specific feature may have some components, some directives, that pipes and the services that are only related to the particular feature. That's why here mention the feature area. So um, we can divide uh, the our application with the respect to the features areas. So by this definition, we can understand that every module can have their own components, their own directives, their own pipes, and their own services. Okay, and about the components, directives, pipes, and services, we will again discuss later in a details. But simply we can understand that components means, like we can say pages. Um, like I will take an example of employee in a coming slides. So with that example, I can make you understand that component is a page, are the pages, like uh, employee. If I talk about the employee, then that is a create employees, delete employees, list employees, like that. So that are the pages. On pages, we can say that is a component. And directives, uh, as we discuss, most of us that knows about the directives, like uh, we have some tags, or we have some predefined templates that we can use in our application without writing a lot of codes. So we can reuse our HTML codes and other background other things. So that is the directives. So we will discuss more about it, because directives have many versions, we can say. Third one is a pipe. So pipe is a like a filter. So means we can masking and other things. And services are corely related to the our HTTP services, that is responsible for returning some values or some objects on the basis of some particular requests. So that all are, if we bundle under the one things, that name is Angular module. Anybody have any questions about it?
No.
No, sir.
So,
No, sir.
Okay, so I
No,
hope
sir.
that you all understand that what is the feature area, and what elements come under the modules, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Okay, so as I said that I will take an example of employee. So assume that we are going to implement a employee management application. That employee management application may have basic, if we not go in a complex things, but in a basic way, we can say there are few feature areas where that need in under the employee management. So every applications, the first things come in our mind is login. Okay, so login is the first feature area where we need to work, or we need that we need to include our every application, correct? Second, what will be the second one? Second, because we are going to implement an employee management application, so there will be an employee feature area, correct? And the third one is we can say about we can generate reports regarding the employees. So there are, if we are we will talk only about the three this feature area, but that will help us to understand the, what is how we can split all the things into the modules and Angular modules. Okay, so if we talk about again talk about the login. So what things come under the login feature? We all knows that how user will log in, how user will log out, how we can authenticate the user, and how the user will be authorized, or to check that the user is authorized or not. So these things are come under the login features, correct? Similarly, employee feature, what the employee feature can have, simply all the CARD operations we can include under the employee features, correct? So how to create means there will be a component through which we can create employees. Again, we can update the existing one. We can read or we can list of all the employees, as well as we can delete the employees. So these components are comes under the employee feature, correct? Like if you want to list all the things, so the listing related services will be under the will be a part of employee feature. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. uh, Last one but not least, this reporting features. So reporting features, we all know that we can make a report of top 10 employees of the company. Okay, we can make a list of employees department wise. We can get a count of employees and other things. So we can generate reports on the basis of uh, whatever our requirement is. Okay, so here we can say that attendance and generated reports, other generated reports, total number of employees department wise. That's all we can keep under the reporting feature. So by this diagram, I hope that we can easily understand that what is the in any particular application, how we can divide or we can split our application under application according to the features related things. Okay. Okay. Hmm. So next is we are going to discuss that in our Angular application we have different types of modules. Okay, so what are the different types of modules? So anybody can give me a one type of modules that we learn in the last few slides. Anyone that we already learn means
NG module.
yes.
NG module, sir.
Yeah, ng modules. We are yes, we are learning ng module, but we are talking about the types of modules. Okay, so what are the one of the types that we discussed or we that come under the ng modules? Okay, no problem. So as I discussed in the last few slides, that are the feature modules. Okay, so our Angular application Angular application may have feature modules. That feature modules, I think we all understood that what are the feature modules. Feature modules means the feature related things with the modules that is related to the particular feature is feature modules that contains component, service, pipes, and other things. So that is the feature modules. Okay, so one of the module types we have discussed here, that is the feature module. Okay, so whatever the feature area we have, so we have one feature module associated to the particular feature module, correct? but that is not the first thing, but that because we discuss here, so is it's on the first way. So second is what will be the second feature mod? What will be the second Angular module? So that we also discuss in our last slides, or that will be a. I also explain a line about it. That is every application may have may have at least one module. That module is app module. So app module is a nothing, that is a root module. Okay, so second that we are going to discuss, or we are here, that is a root module. What That is the one module that every application will have. Okay, uh, this root module that in our application the named the is app module. We bootstrap it. So whenever we our application run this, by default this module is picked or run. Okay, so that is the root module. Third one is a core module. So by name that we can understand that what is the core. Core means the in a application there are some functionalities or some uh, we can say services or other things that will be the core part, means that will be used, that can be used in a somewhere in other modules, but it should be only one. Okay, so in Angular modules, services are the part of the core module. So like every HTTP request and other things that we do on the application level, that is a part of core module. Okay, so and in Angular, there is a one thing that all the services are the singleton. Okay, so what does it mean a singleton? Anybody? Newcomers.
It only creates a single object which is shared by all the other which refer to that service or class.
Yes. Anyone else? Singleton means there will be only one instance of the particular things. Like if we talk about the Java singleton, then the throughout the application there will be only one instance. So if we are trying to create another one, then the application will not create that. Okay, so similarly in a Angular, the core modules that contain services, that are all services are the singleton, that should be singleton, because there's uh, there is no sense to create a multiple service objects, correct? So we should use only one. So that's why the service objects are put under the core modules. Okay, there will be another services or another things that we can put under the core modules, but technically, or the most recommended things is all the services should be a part of core module, and core module contain only these things, but we can add other ones also, but this is the standard way to put that. Okay, next is a shared module. So by name we can know that what will be a shared module. So shared modules are things that in our application, if we know that these components or these components can be used, reuse, we can reuse it, or if we not use if we forget about the shared module, then what we have to do, like we have some utility modules, for example. That might be not a correct example, but assume that there is a one module, module A, and we have other modules like module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4, for example. So if I want to reuse the code, so what I will do, I want to use all the components and other things of the module A into the module 1 or module 4. So what we will do technically, logically we will import the module A into the module 1 and module 4, correct? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, anyone else?
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So what I'm saying that I have a module 1 to module 4, and there is another module that name is A, module A, we can say, and I want to use module A functionality or A components and A pipes into the module 1 and module 4. So what I will do, I will include, or I will import that module A into the module 1 and module 4. So what I want to say, um, because the module A is a common functionalities, and that can be used in a different modules. So I have to import that things into the specific modules in every modules there where I want to use that. Okay, and suppose in future I want to use that A into the module 9 and module 12 and module 15. So I have to import that all in module A in every that modules with the 1, 4, 12, 8, and so on so on. So that is not a good way to do that. So in Angular there is a module that name is shared module, so we can put that module A into the shared module. So what it will help us, so wherever we want to use that, we do not need to import explicitly under that modules. We can directly use that because that shareable modules is accessible to all other modules directly. So uh, if you want to use some common functionalities, common things like if we take a good example of it, like form modules. So form modules means that modules need in a every modules, every feature modules where I want to create a forms and other things. So definitely I have to import that form modules, correct?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Okay. Similarly, suppose because we are going to learn, and but most of you are expect except four of new one. We know about the ngif, ngelse, ng4, and other things. So that also are the other should be part of, or have to include in every module. So that kind of things also we can put into the shared modules, like that name is common module. So common modules always be a part of shared module. So the benefit of it, that we do not need to import all the common module functionalities and the form module functionality in every modules. Okay, so that is the share module. I hope that you all understand that what I am trying to make you understand. Okay, next is the fifth one is a routing module. So by name again, we easily know that what will be the routing module. So the routing related things, like what will be the request URL and what components should be called in a background. So that kind of things is including into the routing modules. And second thing, like if we are trying to access some URL but use that is not exist, and where we need to redirect the user, so that kind of things is a part of routing modules. Okay, so these all the five type of modules we have in Angular. We will find it in every Angular application. So that is the feature modules that is related to the feature area. Second is a root module. That is, we can say that is the first module that every Angular application have. And third one is the core modules. So as I said, that every services like that will be a singleton as a part of core module. Fourth one is shared modules. So every common functionalities that we want to allow to use in our other modules, so we can put that modules under the shared modules. And the routing modules is related to the some routings of the URL. So these are the main types of modules. So anybody have any queries, please ask. And again, this is not a advanced or not a detailed presentation. It is just for a knowledge, because when we go through day by day or other topics, it automatically will cover. So don't uh, go in a details, but the basic things, what the basic things uh, that we can understand by these discussions, that we should understand. Anybody, any query?
सर कॉर मॉड्यूल फिर से समझा सकते हैं क्या सर? उसमें थोड़ी सी कंफ्यूजन है.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. So core modules में क्या है? Core modules is a means core functionality. If you understand that what are the core functionality again type kind of common functionalities, or not common. If we say suppose we can say that this is a kind of common functionality, but core means that functionality can be used in a some other components, but that should be one. Means functionality should be one. We should not create a multiple copies of it. That comes under the core modules. Okay. So in Angular, services are the part of core modules. That is you can keep in your mind, that is a default things like that. So every services common services that is used through with our HTTP requests, so that will be a part of core modules. Okay, like if you want to create a database connection or other things, so that will be a part of core module. Like a database connection should not be created multiples, it should be only once, and then we can do a further operation on it. So that should be a part of core modules. Okay, services can be any kind of, but um, that uh, that services, that should be only one instance, that should have only one instance, that is a part of core module.
सर मतलब जैसे शेयर्ड मॉड्यूल है तो अपन उसको मल्टीपल प्लेसेस पे इंपोर्ट कर रहे हैं क्योंकि वो शेयर्ड है तो हमारा कहीं ना कहीं यूज है, रीयूज कर रहे हैं इसलिए. बट कोर मॉड्यूल होगा वो हम एक तरह से एक ही
उसको
जगह यूज कर रहे हैं ऐसा.
हाँ, उसको हम है ना, कोर मॉड्यूल्स को हम यूज कर रहे हैं. शेयर्ड मॉड्यूल हो सकता है हम एक्सटेंड कर रहे हैं या अपन ऐड कर रहे हैं. और मतलब कोर मॉड्यूल को डायरेक्टली आप जो कनेक्ट करो ना, वो सर्विसेज से करो, उसको किसी से अदर थिंग से, फॉर्म से या कंपोनेंट से, अदर थिंग से मत सोचो. जैसा मैंने देखा है, उसमें ये कि कोर को डायरेक्टली हम सर्विस से ही रिलेट करते हैं हमेशा. बट इट इज नॉट अ कंपल्सरी मीन्स. बट मतलब अगर हम नॉर्मली जाएंगे किसी एप्लीकेशन को देखेंगे, तो कोर में हम यही एक्सपेक्ट करेंगे कि देयर विल बी अ सर्विसेज.
ओके सर, मतलब अपन मेन मॉड्यूल में सर इनको फिर इंपोर्ट करेंगे जो
हाँ,
थ्रू आउट
मेन मॉड्यूल में
एप्लीकेशन यूज
डेफिनेटली.
कर
हाँ,
पाए.
मैं ये चीज में भूल गया, मतलब स्किप हो गया कि जो रूट मॉड्यूल है आपका, तो रूट मॉड्यूल जो होगा, जैसे फीचर मॉड्यूल्स आपने बना दिए बहुत सारे, तो सारे फीचर मॉड्यूल जो होंगे वो इंपोर्ट होंगे रूट मॉड्यूल्स में. कोर मॉड्यूल जो होगा इंपोर्ट होगा वो रूट मॉड्यूल में होगा. हाँ, एक चीज और है, रूट मॉड्यूल जो होगा ना, सॉरी, कोर मॉड्यूल जो होगा, that will not imported by any other modules, like that will definitely only be a part of root modules. Only then that we can say that it is only the singleton. So core module always be a part of root modules and only imported by the root modules. Okay, no other feature modules, shared modules, or routing modules will import the core modules. That is the one important thing that I missed. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Should we move next?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Great. Okay. So next is okay. So we are first we are talking about that already I have discussed. So we just go through with the definitions or other things. Like every application may have at least one module that I said that is a that name is means that name is app module, but it's called a root module, and that class or file that is will be app.module.ts. Okay, that we already discussed. So I think no need to discuss more in. But if anybody asks need a query, then please ask. Okay, so what as I said that the root module is a we bootstrap this application module to launch our application. So it's used to launching our applications, correct? So from where we need to start our application, that is the root module. That's why its name is root module. Okay, so as I said, or as per definition, every application may have at least one module. So where it will be the only one module, or where there will be a multiple module. So it depends on the application type. Like if your application is very simple, you are just trying to create a sample things or other things. So there will be possibilities. There will be only one module. So that is a root modules. Okay, but if you are going to build a large or complex application, then there should be a we should split our application according to the feature wise. Okay, so so there will be only root modules in a simple application with the few components. Components, I think you all aware about it. What are the components? Means pages. Okay, and the large and complex means there will be a root module with the other few feature modules. Okay, and all the feature modules will be imported into the root modules. Okay, so your application is easy to know that what are the other modules. So we are doing nothing, we are just splitting the components, pipes and services according to the features, and then grouping that is called feature modules. Okay, okay. Now shared module that we already discussed, or we already know that how we can reuse our application, how our components, directives and pipes. So that things that elements we put into the shared module. Okay, so I think we are using in our currently in our Orion, like pipes and other things. Is it, Diksha, Sweta?
So yes, the pipes are created in the component folder only.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a couple of pipes which are not created as in a separate folder named as pipes.
Okay, so
They
they
are
are
added in there. Yeah.
okay, so they are not following the standard, but they have. So we need to import that pipes into the modules, correct?
Yes, I guess that those pipes which are private to those components, they have added them into the component folder only instead of creating a common
Okay. Yeah.
folder.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
there is one folder which has only one pipe, but
Mhm.
other pipe are into the folders, component folders.
Okay. Okay. So okay. So what we discussed so far, as well as discussing that like a pipe. So if you want to, if you have in your application that you are dealing with some money kind of things, and you need to show that in some dollars and other things, or you need to mask that in a different formats. So what you will do, you will create a pipes that will masking the things, and the put that into the shared module. So by putting into the shared module, you do not need to import again and again in a different module, but you can directly use that. So that is kind of utility classes. So shared module is nothing, you can say it is a utility classes that we can use, reuse again and again in our application. Okay.
Krishnaji,
Yes,
I
sir.
have one question.
Hmm.
So, directives are the utility classes that are coming directly from the Angular. So, like here, we are showing Angular modules. So, this is how we are showing, like we have an Angular module. We have an Angular module that contains a component directory pipes. And
This is
other things,
hmm.
and we can import a module, that module into as a in our entire application, right? So my question is, if directory is itself a utility class, and we can access it all over our application, and that is coming from Angular, then why we need to put this directory into a common module and import it rather than directly using that directive?
Sorry, you are asking about the module related functionality or shared module related functionality? I am not getting.
ये जो एंगुलर मॉड्यूल है ना, ये मैं ऐसा समझा कि इस एंगुलर जो ये कॉमन मॉड्यूल जो आपने बताया, दैट इज ये ये हम जो भी कंपोनेंट को रीयूजेबल करना है उसको हम उसमें रखते हैं, और डायरेक्टरीज होती है, पाइप्स होती है,